Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to start a new regent. It's Algebra 2 2019 for January. So we're going to start by part 1. Suppose two sets of this course have the same mean but different standard deviation, sigma 1 and sigma 2. With sigma 2 is more than sigma 1, which best description the variability of the set of the data. So standard deviation is measuring how are your set of data distribute from the center. So it's measurement for central and spreading. So if you have more standard deviation means you have more spreading. So data set 1 has greater variability. No. Data set 2 has the greater variability. Yes. So the answer is going to be number 2. If log if x equal to log 3x and gx is the image of fx after translation 5 units to the left, which equation would be represent gx? So as you know, translation to the left by 5, so it means it moves to the left by 5. So I shifted the x value by -5. So if I try to make it in a parentheses, and that's represent the new value for the x. So I'm going to say it's log 3x plus 5 because I'm going to replace the x by x plus 5. And what does it mean? It's number 1 and should be in the parentheses. Why it should be in the parentheses means that's changing the x-axis. When factoring to reveal the roots for the equation x cubed plus 2x squared minus 9x minus 18 equal to 0. So the first step here, he took x squared from, so he made the grouping x squared common factor, so he has x minus x plus 2, and then he got -2, so he got x plus 2. That's one of the steps. Okay, and other one. So in the other one, what he did, he made another grouping. So here he took these two terms and he took x like a common factor. Oh, so if you're looking here by regrouping, I have here x squared minus 9 multiplied by x plus 2. It's the same here. Look, outside positive 2 and inside x squared. And so 1 and 2 are correct. So the answer is 1. Question number 4. When a ball bounces, the height of the consecutive bounces form a geometric sequence. The height of the first bounce is 121 centimeter, and the height for the third one is 64 centimeters. The nearest one, what is the height of the ball in the first bounce? So here A1 equal to 121, A3 equal to A1 times R to the power 2. So I'm going to make that equal to 64. So here 121 R squared equal to 64. I divided by 121. So R squared equal to 64 over 121. Taking the square root, so the rate is 8 over 11. Now, so for A5, it's 121 multiplied by R to the power 4, which is 8 over 11. And I can use a calculator to evaluate this question. So 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 divided by 121, giving me almost 33.85. When I round it, it's going to give me 34. So the answer is 2. Okay. Question number 5. The solution for the equation, and he give me 5x squared minus 2x plus 13 equal to 9 r. So the first step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to minus 9. So I have 5x squared minus 2x plus 4 equal to 0. And I'm going to use x equal to negative b, which is 2, plus or minus square root b squared negative 2 squared is 4 minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 times 5. 76 divided by 10. Now I'm going to simplify. So it's going to be 1 over 5 plus or minus, and because of the negative I have I. Now 76 divided by 2 giving me 3, 8 divided again by 2 giving me 19 divided by 19 is 1. So now it's going to give me 2 radical 19 over 10. When I simplify, it's going to give 1 over 5 plus or minus I radical 19 over 5. So the answer is 2. Question number 6. Julia deposit 2000 into a saving account that earns 4% interest per year. The exponential function that models the saving account is, and he giving me 2000 times 1.04 because he added here 1 plus r, which is 0.04, where t is the time in the year. Which equation correctly represents the amount of time saving in the monthly growth? So what does it mean monthly growth? So it's going to be 12t. Now I'm going to see exclude 1 and 4 because the initial amount is 2000. So since I don't have that number to t, so this one is incorrect and the answer should be 3. But how can I be sure that it's correct? So I'm going to say 1.0032737 and I'm going to make it to power 12 to exclude the 12 from the exponent, and I'm going to have it in terms of. So I'm going to do the calculation now. So it's giving me 1.0032737 to power 12, which is giving me almost 1.03999, which is almost 4%. So this is giving me the same equation. Question number 17. Tides are periodic rises and fall of the ocean water on a typical day at a seaport. To predict the time of the next high tide, the most important value. So the most important value to have be the time between consecutive low tides. Yes, because this represent the period. This is a period because it's 2 points behaving the same behavior. So it's going to be number 1. Question number 8. An estimate of the number of milligrams of medication in the bloodstream T hours after 400 milligrams has been taken, being modeled by the function below. And he giving me a function. Okay, and he give me a domain between 0 to 6. Over what time interval does the amount of medication in the bloodstream strictly increase? Strictly increase. So in that case, I need to use to graph the function. I need to graph function. Here is a function. And function is 0.05 t to power 4 4 plus 3.45 t to power 3 plus 96.65 t to power 2. Sorry, that's minus. Plus 347.7 t. And we have a function here. So if you're looking, it goes down again at 0, and it goes all the way to the top. Can't reach. It's behaving like a quadratic equation. So in the halfway between 5 in the halfway between 5 and 0 is going to be between 6 and 0 is going to be the maximum peak means at 3. Okay. So between 0 to 3, that's the maximum peak. It's going straight. So between 0 and 3. Or between 0 and 2. So now from 2 to 6, I know that the second half is going to be collapse. So I have between 0 to 2 and 0 to 3. It's like this part is behaving like parabola. So we know it's going to decrease at the end part. So it's going to be very steep in the first half. So that's why I'm going to pick from 0 to 2. Otherwise, you can use your graphing calculator and see the value and calculate them. So you subtract the value from 2 to 0 and divide it by 2, and you subtract the value between 3 to 0 and divide by 2, 3, and after that you're going to find that the number 1 is the correct answer. Which equation represent uh, a quadratic equation had a imaginary number? This one doesn't have an imaginary number. Why? Because it touched the line. And look here, I have switch between, so I go from positive to negative, and after that it intersects twice with the y-intercept, so this has real 0. Now the remaining part, if you divide by 2, x plus 3 whole square equal to 32, still positive, so when I take the square root, it's going to be real number. So it's going to be number 4 because 2x squared equal to negative 32. So x squared equal to negative 60. So when I take the square root, I'm going to have an imaginary number. So for 9, it's 4. Question number 10. A random sample of 100 people that would best estimate the proportion of all registered voters in the districts who support improvement of the high school field should be drawn from registered voter in district at A. So this question asking you about biased. Okay, so if 8, you picked up this sample from football game, so you picked up only the people who loved football. so I don't have a random sample. For the supermarket, yes, because all people should do shopping, so that's going to be the correct answer. School fundraiser, so that's people participate in community service. High school band concerts, that's people prefer music. So the only one that all people are going to do, supermarket. So the answer is two. Question number 11. Which expression is equivalent? So I'm going to FOIL and uh, I'm going to do as something like, look here, I have a common factor, so I 2x minus I, and I have the other one is 2x minus I minus 2x minus 3I. So this is cancel out, and I'm going to have negative 4I. So negative 4I multiplied by 2x minus I. So when I distribute, it's giving me negative 8xi positive 4I squared. This one, when I'm going to replace the I square equal to negative 1, it's going to give me negative 8xi minus 4. So in that case, it's going to be number 2. Number 1. It is number 1. Question number Question number 12. Question number 12. Suppose events A and P are independent and probability of A and B is zero point 0.2. Which statements could be true? So for independent probability, so probability of A times probability of B should equal to probability of A and B. Now, for the first choice, zero point 0.4 times zero point 0.3 giving me 0.12, which not equal to 0.2. So this one is incorrect. Now, for the second one, 0.8 times 0.25 giving me 0.2. So that's the correct answer. That's correct answer. So for 12, the answer is 2. Question number 13. The function fx a cosine px plus c is plotted on the graph shown below. What are the values for a, b, and c? So what does a represent? First, I have to know the midline. What's the midline? The midline when I have a symmetry. So look here, I split between the maximum and the minimum. 5 plus 1 divided by 2, it's 3. So the midline is 3, so that's C. C equals 3. Now the amplitude is the difference between 5 and 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. The amplitude represents the A value. Now for the B value, I can find it using the period. So the period is when I have one complete cycle. So it's between pi over 2 and pi over 6. So pi over 2 minus pi over 6 equal to, now I'm going to make the common denominator, so 3 pi over 6 minus pi over 6 giving me 2 pi over 6, which is pi over 3. Now this is a period equal to 2 pi over p. So the p value is 2 pi over the period, which is pi over 3. Keep it change flap. 2 pi multiplying by 3 divided by pi, so it's 6. So A is 2, P is 6, C is 3. Now I'm going to check which one has these values. It's number 1. So the answer is 1. Question number 14. Which equation represent The equation for parabola with a focus -3 and 3 and directrix equal y equal to 7. So now here's x and y, -3 and 3. So that's the focus. The directrix should be on the other side, which is y equal to 7. So the parabola should be drawn like that. So the first thing I understand, it has it's like an image, so it has a reflection, so the a value should be negative. So either this one or that one. I crossed out the positive one. Now, how to find the focus? The focus in the midpoint between both of them. So if you look, it should has the same x value, which is -3, and the y value, the average. I brought to the point. It should be over there. Sorry, the average between 3 and 5, 7. So 3 plus 7 divided by 2, giving me 5. So I know the focus is 3 and 5. So now when I write, it's going to be x plus 3. In that case, h is negative. So the answer is number 3. Question number 15. What is the set of the solution for that one? So to solve this equation, I'm going to multiply by 3x plus 1, multiplying by x. That's the common denominator. So I got 2x equal to 3x plus 1 minus 6x squared. Now I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So I got 0 equal to -6x squared plus x plus 1 equal to 0. I'm going to factorize. So -3x and 2x and 1, 1. So that's going to be negative, that's going to be positive, and I'm going to solve it now. So is a -3x plus 1 equal to 0, and from that, sorry, that's negative to be the same sign. And from that, x equal to -1/3, and x 2x minus 1 equal to 0, so x equal to half. And when you plug in backward, the only thing is going to work is a half. So the answer is going to be number 3. Question number 16. Savannah got Savannah just got contact lenses. Her doctor said she can wear them 2 hours the first day and can then increase the length of the time by 30 minutes each day. If this pattern continues, what is the formula? Wouldn't it be appropriate to determine the length of the time in either minutes or hours she could wear her contact lens on the ninth day? So the first, he asked her to wear 2 hours. 2 hours. So what does it mean? The first term should be either 120 for minutes or 2 for hours. And it's increasing, so that's in minute, that's in hours. So he said 30 minutes, so he adding every time 30 minutes, so this is one correct, or half an hour, so this is one correct. Now, this is the only difference. So here, so if I'm plugging to find the first term, so n is 1, so a1, that's the first term, is 90 plus 30, which is 120, so giving me in minutes, so that one is correct. Now I'm going to check the other one. So a1 is 2.5 plus 0.5, giving me 3. Oh, that's incorrect. So the answer is 4. Question number 17. If f of x equal to x, where a is more than 1, then the inverse function. So the inverse function also for the exponent is the log. So what we said, it's y equal to ax. The first step, I'm going to make ax equal to a y. I want to drop the exponent, so I'm getting to take log for both sides to drop y. Now y equal to log x over log a. And for the division, I can say it's the same like log for base ax. So the answer is 3. If you remember the rule for changing the base, uh, the first base should be in the denominator, so the answer for 17 should be 3. Question number 18. Question number 18, Kelly Ann has 20,000 to invest. She puts half of her money in account that grows annually at a rate 0.9% compound monthly. At the same time, she puts the other half on money that's getting 0.8 continuously annually. Which function represents the value for kills and investments? So first, I can't have, since it's 0.9 and 0.8, so when I'm going to write in the fraction form, that one is going to be 0.008 and that one is going to be 0.009. So the 0.9 doesn't work and 0.8 doesn't work. So what does remain? 2 and 4. 2 and 4. Now, over there he said compound monthly. So this one isn't compound monthly. This one is yearly. So the 2 is incorrect. It should be 14. And how do I know 1 plus 0.009 divided by 12 if you try it using the calculator? Now 0.009 divided by 12 giving you 1 plus 0.00075, which is number 4. Question number 90. Which graph represent a polynomial function that it contain x squared plus 2x plus 1 as a factor? So first, if you're looking, I have to know that this one is a complete square, so it's x plus 1 all square. How do I know? Now, if you take the b, 2 divided by 2 giving me 1 square, giving me 1, which is a c. So now I know it's x plus 1 square. So what does it mean? It should touch at x equal to -1. It should touch at x equal to -1. Now, if you're going for the graph, now I'm touching -1. So this one touching -1, this one doesn't, this one doesn't, this one doesn't. So the answer is 1. The answer is 1. Question number 20. So he giving me the t half for sodium iodide. And I can answer the question using the log, or I can use it from chemistry. What it is, I can find how many half-lives in the 18 hours. So 18 divided by 1.8 giving me 10 half-lives. So I'm continue is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to have the amount 4.344. After that 2.172. Here it's 1.086. Divide again 0.543. Now divide again 0.276. So the answer here is number 3. Question number 21. Which expression are equivalent to x squared minus 4x divided by 2? So the first, I can make it x squared minus 4x, and here divided by 2x, here is divided by 2x. So I got x cancel with the square, x divided by 2, x with x minus 2. So 1 is correct. The other one, I can take the x like a common factor and that's cross out, so I have x minus 4 divided by 2. Let's say this one, if you look what he did, so I have the common denominator, it's x minus 1 minus 3, so it's giving me x minus 4 over 2. So also number 3 is correct, 1, 2, and 3, so the answer is 4. The answer for 21 is 4. Question number 22. Consider the function f(x) equal to 4x squared plus 6x minus 3, defined in the graph below. What is the difference value of the maximum of p and the minimum of f(x)? So he's giving me px, and I have to know the px. In another way, he's asking me to find the vertex. So the vertex I can use negative b over 2a, which is negative 6 divided by 8, negative 2/3. Now I'm going to plug in, so x, so to find the value, we said it's negative 2 over 3, so negative 2 over 3, negative 2 over 3, I'm plugging, so the square times 4 plus 6, negative 2 over 3 minus 3. So here it's 4 times 4 over 9 minus 4 minus 3. So it's giving me, that's negative 7, and that's 16 over 9. So 9, 16, and that's negative 36. When I subtract, it's giving me negative 74 over 9, which means negative 5 point, and I have remainder 3 round. Negative 5.3 round. So the minimum is going to be negative 5.3 round, and this maximum is 5. So when I subtract, it's going to be 10.3 round, I think so. 10.3 round. So the closest number here is number 4. The score on mathematics college entry exam are normally distributed with a mean of 68 and the standard deviation for 72. Yeah. Higher than one standard deviation. Above the mean will not be enrolled. So he said students score higher than one standard deviation above the mean will not be enrolled in the mathematics tutoring program. How many of the students within 750 incoming students can be expected to be enrolled in the program? So if you look, that's an easy one. Here's the normal distribution curve, 68 is plus one standard deviation, so 575.2. So whoever is scoring higher means this area is excluded, it will not be in the program. So I have to find this probability. So that's 50% and that's 34. That's 86%. Times 86 divided by 100. It's giving me 645. So in that case, the answer must be number 1. The answer must be number 1. Question number 24. How many solutions exist for that system of equation? By 1 minus x2 power 2. So I'm going to use the graphing calculator. Is the second one is negative 1 divided by absolute value open parentheses 3x minus 2 plus 5. Now look here. I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 intersections. So it must be 4 solutions. So the answer for question number 24 is 4 solutions. Hope you understood. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.